Hi, I'm Willie B from the Card Guyz, and today I'm going to be showing off my Azalea deck. Azalea is a very strong ranger. She can shoot very large, debilitating arrows that are going to come in with some prices to pay in the form of Blood Rot, Inertia, or Frailty. Azalea is a very fun deck. She's very in theme. When you load an arrow, it feels like you're actually drawing back the string of your bow. So today, I'm going to hopefully have a lot of fun against the Mechanologist with Red in the Ledger and Big Old Dominate to close out the game as quickly as I can.
Hey guys, Sebastian with the Card Guyz here. Today we're playing Maxx Nitro, a new hero from the new set Bright Lights, and we're showcasing him because I think he's doing something super unique, super interesting, taking kind of similar elements that the OG Dash Inventor Extraordinaire did with a super heavy boost aggro game plan, but also because of the hyperdriver ability, his hero power, making these, and now you can put them underneath the Nitro Mechanoid. You can have a transformative sideboard, and you could even play both kind of a hybrid deck into one. I think like in certain matchups like Dromai, it's going to be necessary, but today into Azalea, because she is one of the few decks in the format like Rangers and Ninjas, things like this, Rune Blades, they have a lot of 2 blocks, so they can't really fatigue you. So you're good to just like send everything at their face. And with Azalea, we think it's just best to not try to set up the Nitro Mechanoid, try to combo them. Just whenever they're not hitting you with a Red in the Ledger, just sending all you can at them. And that's why with the equipment suite as well, we're playing all the block we can, because as soon as they send, a Dominate Red in the Ledger for like 8, just throw a card, throw the equipment, and we're good to go.
All right, Sebastian. Even or odd, my friend?
Odd, because I'm odd.
Odd for odd. It's even. And I'm Steven. Let's rock and roll. Oh, wait. Did we decide who's going first? I'll go second. Sorry.
Okay, you'll go second. All right, so going first, if I had an item, I would like to set that up, but we will go ahead and we always have an item with this deck. Go ahead, I'll pitch.
Is that a blue Big Bertha?
Yep. Zipper hit, we will boost it. So that's coming in for 5, go again.
All right, 5, go again. Wow. Wouldn't you know it? I'm going to block 5 with a Lace with Inertia and a Infecting Shot.
Sounds good.
Pretty good cards.
Yep. And then
But I don't want to waste health when I can block for free.
we'll activate Maxx, make a Hyperdriver.
With the 2 floating? Are you going to crank said Hyperdriver?
Let me see. I am not. So we'll just leave it at 2. Arsenal weapon pass.
Okay. I think that's right. Because I will just block a wrench swing. So getting that extra value and being able to keep that around is probably a lot better. Tunic up to 1. Try not to forget your tunic triggers. Whew. And we run into the Azalea problem. Well, at least I drew arrow. Alright, we're going to Death Dealer. Pitching Lace with Frailty. I'm going to load in a Bolton Shot.
Gotcha.
Draw on a card. That'll do. Let's just go. Lace with Inertia. Premeditate. Bolton Shot for 9. Go again. Reload on hit. Ponder on hit. And Inertia on hit.
That's a lot of on hits.
Coming in for just a humble little 9, though.
Yep. No Ram Razors or anything in hand, right?
Just one card left in hand.
You can just be honest with me.
Okay, that works too. Actually, I'll do it like that. 9. 1 card left in hand.
1 card, no floating.
0 money floating. No activations left on Death Dealer. 1 money floating on Tunic.
Alright, I do not like doing it, but I'm gonna block 2.
Blocking 2.
And I am going
Gonna bottom
to
anything?
crown that card away. Try fish for a blue. And right now, taking 7.
You would be taking 7, unless you have a trick up your sleeve.
Nope. You have
Take
a trick.
7. Nothing from me. I'm gonna give you an inertia. I'm gonna give myself a ponder.
Yep.
And then on hit, I will go ahead and take advantage of that reload, since now I don't have to worry about arsenaling. I'll clean up the chain real quick. Why not? That's still in pitch. And we're just going to come at you for 4.
4.
No, on hit, just 4.
I will block 3.
All right, take 1. And then I'm going to let my ponder pop at the beginning of my end step. Arsenal pass.
I'm gonna pitch. We did not get the blue. We'll under loop. We'll boost. I'll trigger hyperdriver as well.
Okay.
So we'll get a resource from that.
Coming in for 4, going in with an on hit.
Yep.
Well, what does his hand do? I guess that's the real question. 1 money floating, 2 cards in hand. Well, my hand has some potential, and it is just damage, because I don't think we're going to get the second cycle. So I'm not too scared of your on hit. I'm going to say no blocks.
All right, no reactions from me.
Take 4.
And when it hits, so it's immediately the bottom of the deck. Then I'm going to take advantage of Teklo Foundry Heart because we're not getting the second cycle. So pay 1. Then for every Mechanologist Curse, we mill. So we'll get 2 resources. And it's banished. So that's going with this pile. All the boost targets. Now we have 2.
This is boost? I thought this was your graveyard.
No, that's boost. My graveyard's down here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We're going fast.
Gotta go fast. All right, so 2 money floating. You turned 1 into 2.
Yep.
Very cool.
We'll recharge.
Okay.
Puts a counter on this hyperdriver.
That's pretty sweet. Gonna keep that
Then
around.
we will zipper hit.
Oh my gosh, what is this coming in for?
We're boosting that as well, so that's going to be coming in for 9.
Why boost, I wonder?
Because you have to boost.
Oh. That makes sense.
Yeah.
This doesn't buff if you don't
Yep.
boost. I thought a wrench swing was in my future, but you haven't cranked this turn, so yeah, that
Nope.
wouldn't be possible. All right, so again, it's just raw numbers. I guess I signaled before that I'm not trying to fatigue you. Do I change my mind now that this is a how big?
This is a 9.
A 9? That's cool. Well, I have some options, but I really need to try and mess with you. Oh gosh, it really does all depend on what's on top of the deck. That's the thing about Azalea. It's all about what's on top. Let's find out together, shall we? No blocks.
All right, no reactions. It's going to be 9.
Take 9.
All right, end of my turn. Clean up the combat chain.
Inertia pops, but you
Inertia
don't have any
pops.
cards left anyway.
We got to make sure you get rid of everything. Withdraw up.
I love that about Inertia. It puts you on, like, seems like you're kind of an all or nothing deck already, but I
Yep.
just love that it makes those
Clears the way.
choices so much
Especially if you
simpler.
have Codex.
Before I do that, I'm going to tunic. Then I'll Skillbone Crosser out.
Yep.
Revealing a Command and Conquer. It lets me opt. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We're going to Azalea.
All right.
Putting the CNC at the bottom. And putting a Rain Razors. Oh, wait a second. I didn't think about that, did I? I'm not going to do that. Sorry. If you don't mind. I'm going to take that
Oh,
back.
I mind. No.
Alrighty then. Because that throws off my math. Alrighty then. So we're going to actually start with a Knock the Death Whistle. And I'm going to search my deck to put something else on top.
You wouldn't be mean enough to get a Red Ledger, would you?
Well, there's a certain arrow in this deck that seems like a big problem for mechanologists. And I have to shuffle when I do that. It's going to be Red in the Ledger.
No.
But don't worry. Maybe I don't have any pumps to go with it.
He's got bumps.
Okay, then I'll present you a cut. This is in the graveyard. I don't have a way to reload, so I won't reload. Oh, that goes on top. Then will Azalea. Putting this on bottom. Putting this here. Currently has Dominate. Do I want to pay to put an aim counter on it? No, I don't. Alright, so we're just going to fire this off at you. For 5.
5 with Dominate.
Coming in for 5 with Dom.
So I'll pretend it's a world where you didn't tell me you had Rain Razors in your hand, and I'll block 5.
I'm going to go ahead and rain it up to 7.
Yep. So I will take 2.
Taking 2, and that is all good with me. I'm just going to pass. I would have liked to have made that arrow huge, but unfortunately, a hit effect is all I can get, which is kind of good enough when it's on Red and Ledger. Alright, what's the biggest one-card attack you got? Is there a big birthday on that hand?
It is a Expedite, no boost.
Expedite, eh?
Just 3.
Just a humble 3.
I mean, it has text.
We're going to say no blocks on that. Take 3.
Yep.
Boop, boop, boop.
On hit, do nothing.
That'd have been cool if you'd had a hyperdrive to put out on the field.
There.
Alright. Behind on health, but I'm coming up on Tunic counter 3. Let's start off with a Skullbone Crosswrap activation. Revealing a Bolt and Shot.
Yep.
Lets me opt. Do I want you on top? Nope. Well, that could be cute. That could be very cute. No, I don't. We're going to bottom it. Alright, then we're going to start out with Read the Glide Path.
Alright.
Opting. That's fine. And we'll fire this off for 6. Go again, on hit, potentially reload.
And I'm going to be honest with you, Will, my hand's not that gas, so I will... Let's see.
It's fun. I feel like I've barely pitched at all this entire game.
I'll block 6 on that.
Blocking 6, that is good. We're going to Lace with Inertia, Lace with Blood Rot, Codex of Frailty.
Okay.
I'm going to go get a Red in the Ledger.
Gotcha.
And that's going to give you a Frailty and me a Ponder. And that also breaks the chain when I do all that. And Tunic, come in for 11, threatening a Blood Rot and an Inertia, I believe.
Well,
no Dominate.
Yeah, I will
Block 6, take 5.
block 6, take 5, and then get more tokens.
Here is a Blood Rot. Oh wow, I give you the whole gambit.
Yep.
The gang's all here. All right, cool. I will just let the Ponder pop. And I will pass it on over to you.
And I will just go to end and let that go to the bottom.
Very good.
And I'll take 2.
Taking 2.
From the blood rod.
Just like that, Azalea squeaks out the lead.
Yeah, it was a T-bone. I was trying to magnetic Q, so it would have came in for 0.
Would have got my armor though. Tunic up to 1. Alright then. We're going to start off with a skullbone cross wrap.
Alright.
Revealing a lace with blood rot. It lets me opt. I think we're just going to bottom that bad boy. Then we're going to lace with blood rot. Lace with frailty.
Yep.
And this is not the most exciting way to do it, but Death Dealer. We're in the ledger, drawing off a Death Dealer. And 1 floating, because I pitched a yellow. So we'll just fire it off for 11. Threatening no-go again.
Boop. 12.
Blocking for 12. Block is good. I'm just going to arsenal the last card. Alrighty. Now I just got to keep on keeping that pressure up.
These should actually be here because they would in the graveyard. This is the banished.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So my turn, I'm just going to pass it back to you.
Very good.
And draw up.
Alright, Tunic up to 2. Gotta keep this song and dance going. Alrighty then. Start out by pitching. Oh, well, no. Start out with Skullbone Cross Wrap. I'll show you this red Bolton shot to let me out. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, we'll play a Deadeye, pitch in a blue. Leaves me with 2 floating.
You got 1 left.
And then we'll just fire off Bolton shot for 7. Go again, threatening, reload.
This is the turn. I hope you don't have too much, so I'll say no blocks on him.
Take 7. Then I'll Death Dealer.
Yep.
Loading in a Remorseless.
Okay.
Drawing. How many cards you got in hand?
4 cards.
Let's just throw the big numby.
All right. Wow.
11, threatening 2 Ponders, and threatening Remorseless on hit.
Yeah, so if I took this, played my whole hand, I would go down to 1 and not present lethal. No dominate.
That's what's so tough. Remorseless, I feel like, is almost an auto, you gotta block just because of its on hit. But when Azalea finally doesn't dominate an arrow, it's like, I should block this.
Yeah, I think we'll block it under 12. Yep.
Hey, eventually I'm gonna draw the hand that doesn't have an arrow in it. But so far, the deck is doing what I like it to do. It's actually throwing big numbers and throwing good on hits. Just pass, I assume?
Yep.
Alrighty. Tunic up to 3. And I don't get the skull mode because I don't have an arsenal, but that's fine. So let's Death Dealer, pitching a yellow, loading in a Bolton shot.
Okay.
Drawing a card off of Death Dealer. Then we will Seek and Destroy and fire off the Bolton shot for 7, threatening an on hit. The access to Bolton shot just makes her feel like she's still like.
I say every turn feels like quite a few Bolton shots have been thrown at me.
The deck plays 9 of them.
So I'll go ahead,
All right, one.
block this bad boy up for 9, expecting a Rain Razors in hand.
You'd be right.
As long as it's not the double Rain Razors.
No, not double. But I do have that bad boy.
Okay.
But since you only have a 1-card hand, I'm not too worried about red in the ledger. Do I have an infecting shot in here? I think I blocked with one early in the game. I did. I'm gonna grab infecting shot.
And I'll grab 0 to 60. I'll discard Pulse Wave Harpoon.
I'll just come in for a 7. Thanks to Rain Razors pitching my last floating. Oh, I get a Ponder, you get a Frailty.
Mm-hmm.
Boop, and boop.
All right, and I am
Taking 7.
taking 7.
Very
Don't
good.
have a choice.
Gives you a Blood Rot when it hits. Alrighty, and Ponder pops. Over to you, my friend.
I don't feel like your friend right now.
Coming in for 3.
3 will boost. Big Bertha. So
Nice. Go down,
one
but
will
go right back
yep.
up.
So net's the same. And we'll have
1 money floating.
1 floating.
Whew.
And it's coming in for 3 because it's from Arsenal.
We're just gonna... Block that for 3. Because
Block
that
that
card
for
is
3.
redundant currently.
Gotcha. I'll activate Teklo.
Alrighty.
So we'll go up to 2 resources.
And that doesn't put a counter on there because it's
No.
only from boosting?
Yep, from boosting.
Okay, cool.
And 2 resources will max, make another hyperdriver, and we will not crank it.
Very good. Alright, well,
If we get a turn,
I finally drew an awkward hand.
and then end of turn, frailty, tilt
Oh,
to
yes.
remove that,
And the blood rot, very
tilt
good.
back to you.
I'm not gonna lie. Things are going good for Azalea, but they can't always be good because I finally drew a bit of a funky hand. We're gonna cross wrap, revealing infecting shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's so nice that Azalea can always get bailed out by the top of the deck. Oh, actually though, should I maybe opt that to the bottom? Yeah, we're gonna put that on bottom. Then we're just gonna lead off with a Ravenous Rabble for 4, revealing a Ravenous Rabble.
All right. So I'm more scared about that infecting shot. My hand this round doesn't block too well, so I'll take the vanilla 4 here. Expecting
Just firing off an infecting shot. Coming in for 5. Two money floating. 1 card left in hand.
go ahead, check everything. I need to keep a card in hand. So scare, let me see how many. If you have, I believe you have 1 Rain Razors left. There's 1. There's 2. Yep, so potentially could have the last one in hand, so we'll block that for 5.
Block is good. I'm just
Right.
going to Arsenal and pass. Yeah, aside from Ravenous Rabble, that hand is really just the infecting shot. But I'll take it. It's still 11 damage on paper. If you count the blood rot.
I would like to do some cooler things, but we'll start with the boom grenade. Comes out, but I'll crank it to get rid of the steam counter.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will T-bone. We'll boost it.
Mm-hmm.
Boost hyperdrivers. I have 2 resources floating.
I'm going to give you my Bracers of Belief to... Oh, wait. Boom Grenade.
Yep.
Well, I might just have to eat a Boom Grenade as much as that's not what I want. Yeah, I'll just eat it. Oh, what am I taking? 7?
So it would be 7.
Take 7.
Then we will...
This
Tech
explodes,
Blow.
huh?
So spend 1, banish 2, go up to 3.
3 floating.
3 here. We got a more clear. I will play a Techno Pounder, and then I will have 1 floating. We'll crack this for an action point since we boosted this turn. Then use the 1 to come in with Banksy.
Banksy for 3.
Yep.
Threatening to put a steam counter on one of your hyperdrivers. Well, we gotta just hope that this is good enough.
So that is gone.
I think I have to play to my outs, and if I have a pump on top of the deck, I think you're pretty much boned. So I'm gonna say no blocks. Take
All
3.
right. I'll put 1 on this one right here.
Alrighty.
I'll draw it up.
Alright, let's see if Azalea has got what it takes. We're gonna Skullbone Cross Wrap, revealing a Knock the Death Whistle.
Gotcha.
Sometimes I wish you could put non-attacks on top, but that's only for arrows. We're gonna put this bad boy on the bottom. Then I'm gonna crack Bracers of Belief, revealing a blue. That's not good. So +0 off of the Bracers of Belief. And there's a blue on top.
No arrow. Pass your turn, please.
Knock the Death Whistle.
All right.
Okay. That'll do. I'm grabbing Remorseless, or Infecting Shot. Deck's getting pretty thin over here. Hopefully I can find a Dominate. I guess I technically just do. Oh wait, I have to load though. Oh wait, this has reload on it. Ha! Azalea things.
Azalea things.
Do you care to cut or?
No, it's all good.
Infecting Shot is on top. This has reload, so I will indeed reload. Does it go in face up or face down? All right. Then we will just come in for 4.
Block 3, take 1.
Then we will. Wait a second. Yeah, that's right. Azalea.
Yep.
Putting this card on the bottom, putting in the Infecting Shot, and I will just Deadeye, pitching a blue, and then fire off Infecting Shot for 8 down.
Block 3 and die.
Good game.
Good game.
A little bit of a high roll on my end, but nice to see that Azalea can stop you in your tracks if she needs to. I'm not gonna lie to you, when I get to throw big reds connected to Dominate, or not even connected to Dominate, sometimes it just feels like if it's bigger than 10, it's gonna stop your whole turn.
Yep, and for me, it was one of the couple turns that he kind of just had a wide turn. With some hit effects, I had an all red hand 2 of those turns, so, and they were expensive red cards, so even with the hyperdrivers, I can't pay, and that that's just part of it. The deck's playing 18 blues, so pretty consistent wise on the blues. I don't think in this list, especially since you want to be more red line, that you would want to play more than 18. Sometimes 18 feels like too many blues. So it's just maybe looking into more zero cost blues, because that is one thing I mean zero cost red cards, because starting off with a zero cost, getting a hyperdriver, and then using the Tekla Foundry to generate resources can pay for a whole turn. We saw with the second turn of the game, I had an all red hand, but was able to present like, I think 9 damage, and then it was 4. So, 13 damage turn for an all red hand is not bad at all.
I was extremely impressed with how often Bolton Shot showed up with a pump and something to follow up with afterwards. Because it just feels like you're incentivized to block the Bolton Shot because I don't have a load on Death Dealer coming up afterwards, but sometimes
Rain Razors
or Codex of Frailty makes it so it doesn't even matter. I'm just going to throw another threat afterwards. And anytime you can do a Bolton Shot followed up by one of these like big threats, it just feels so, honestly, just destructive. It feels very hard to compete with. Yeah, Azalea's no joke.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think she's definitely going to be one of the boogeymen of the next format. Her, Dromai, Icelander.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video today, leave us a comment. Maybe check out the deck list down below if you saw some cards that you liked, and build yourself your own Maxx or Azalea. In any case, have a great rest of your day.